Hello, my name's Andrew. This is Huck. Just finished building out this 2022 Promaster, and now it is for sale. So we are going to do a video walkthrough, give a rundown of all the systems and all the components, everything that went into the build, and give a little tour. Enjoy. It is located in Kentucky, just outside of Lexington, but I'm willing to deliver it anywhere nationwide. It is a 2022 2500 Promaster. It's the 159 wheelbase, obviously high roof, with 16,100 miles. These windows that you see are aftermarket. I put those in and show this side as well. Up top you can see the Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner and a max air fan. Let's get a video of the awning out. It's the Fiamma F80s. It is the manual open. Takes less than a minute to get it out, less than a minute to get it back in. It's just really quite easy. It's an awesome addition to space. If it's raining out or if it's sunny, you can hang out outside. Opens up your options. If it's just light drizzle, you can pull it out just a little bit. The rain doesn't get in through the side door. Leave the side door open. This is kind of a goofy angle, but I just wanted to show the roof, point out the two solar panels that are up there. They're each 250 watts, 500 watts total. I think it's worth pointing out how this roof rack is super low profile. So there's not too much wind buffeting, still aerodynamic, doesn't take a big hit on your mileage. Let's open her up and check out the inside. First things you see, obviously there's a lot of natural wood. All the countertops and flip-up tables are speckled birch butcher blocks, treated and finished. And not just treated and finished, but finished on all sides so that they don't warp over time. Natural wood trim around the window. Nature's Head composting toilet on two heavy-duty pullouts. I have not used it, it's brand new. And here you see the heat output vent for the Webasto heater. It is the Evo 40, which is the step up from the typical Webasto you see in these vans. This one has double the heat output at 18,000 BTU, and it has automatic altitude adjustment. Up front in the cabin, both of the seats are on swivels. Low profile, I think they raised the seat 1.2 inches. Full action so you can see how smooth they are. Locked, and there's no rattle while you're driving. That's important. Take a quick look on this side. Got a porcelain farmhouse sink, full size. It's 22 inches wall to wall, 14 inches this way. Full pressure sink. The water system. This is a 4-gallon electric water heater, 39-gallon water tank. Back here, you'll notice there are shutoff valves in between each unit, and that's in case you need to do any work on the system. If you're gonna let the van sit in the winter without using it, you need to remove this and drain it, but it's easy to do with these straps. Just unhook them, unscrew the connection points up there, and take it out, drain it, put it back in. You can run without the water heater in place. You just gotta have the valves closed. Let's run through the electrical system on this side. This controller up here turns the inverter on and off. You can also change it to just a charger if you're only hooked up to shore power. Battery monitor. You can look at all this stuff on your phone on the Victron app. Down here, this switch is the pump. So this timer switch, this is important. The water heater run through this timer switch so that if you need hot water, turn the timer on, say it's heated up for 10 minutes. Using 120 amps. Give it a minute, you'll have on-demand hot water, and then after 10 minutes, it'll automatically shut off. The timer switches so that you don't accidentally leave the hot water on and drain your whole battery. Have our fridge right up here. Freezer compartment up here. Fits ice cream. Produce section down here. Put the fridge up on the counter like this because I hate seeing them on the floor and having to bend over every time you want to open up the fridge. You should be able to rummage through it while you're standing. Cabinet above. Oh, some cleaning supplies. Nice little shelf. End up putting so much stuff up here. I should explain this little guy. Quick, easy access to the trash can if you don't want to pull it out all the way. Just put that back. Checking out under the sink. So this is the gray water system. Water comes down through this J-dip, through the splitter valve. You can go straight through the floor to the ground or into the 7-gallon gray water tank. This is an air admittance valve. This is really important, and I don't see most vans having this. The way these gray water systems work, without one, when you're trying to drain the sink, the water just kind of seals off any airflow, and you see vans, the water just sits, and every now and then it bubbles up and a little bit drains, but it can be really disgusting. The air admittance valve means that it actually drains quickly. On this side, you got easy removal of the gray water tank. Quick disconnect, pops right out, and drain it wherever you need to. Put it back in, reconnect. So I'll show how the outdoor shower works. Got this suction cup, shower head holder, faucet swivels around, up onto there, turn on your hot water, and then boom. Nice, easy outdoor shower. Lather up, turn it off, wash yourself, save some water, turn it back on. And on this side, we got the oven and the main cooking area. When you're cooking, it's good to always have this thing up. Just increases the counter space like crazy. Makes it way more convenient. Pop open 3-burner stovetop, oven, easy light burners. Run through the cabinets on this side. So each of these pull out on little catch tabs so that they don't come out while you're driving. All the cabinets are made with 1/2-inch birch, finished with polyurethane so that they don't get all scuffed up by whatever you put in it. Easy to clean. Here's a shot of the cabinets pulled out, just emphasizing how much storage space there is. Below the oven is this little skinny drawer. That's for pots and pans. Then under here, you can see the propane tank. It is a specially designed horizontal propane tank. Take it out. You just take this drawer out, unhook it, unscrew this side, and pull it out. I think it's worth mentioning that only the stove and the oven are on the propane tank. The heater runs off the gas tank of the van. If you're cooking in here every day, 3 meals a day, you can expect a 20-pound tank like that to last 2 to 4 months. A little annoying to change it, to take out this drawer and pull it out, but you'll only be having to do it once every couple months, if that. These under cabinet lights are on this split dimmer right here. So you can have just over the stove, or if you're doing work on this side, you have just over this table. Let's show this area pulled out. This pulls up, locks in place. You have your nice work area. Down here you can see the little magnet. Middle plate keeps the butcher block in place while you're driving. 120-volt outlet. Over on this side, another flip-up table. Same system with the magnet to keep it in place. And have your passenger have their own table. Slides out. Perfect height. This platform below the seats doubles as shoe storage and also footstool for your feet, so your feet aren't just dangling while you're sitting. See a lot of vans without anything under the passenger seat and just feel like a little kid having your feet dangle. So let's look at what we got going on this side. Got our Max Air fan controller, the Webasto heat controller right here, and the Dometic RTX air conditioning controller. More outlets. Split dimmer. This is the main cabin lights. So you got dual zone, the main overhead lights on this side, as well as the ones in the bedroom. They're on dimmers. My favorite thing about having this stuff over here, how I would start every morning in the van, is I had a little coffee maker right here plugged in and ready to go. Wake up, van's cold, turn on the heater, let that heat up, turn on the coffee, get that going, go back to sleep. Snooze goes off 10 minutes later. The van is warm, the coffee is brewed, you still haven't left your bed, you're ready to go. That's what we love to see. Let's talk about the bed area. So each side is recessed. There is 1 1/8" between this wall and the outside of the van. It's just a 1/8 sheet of plywood, 1 inch of XPS foam adhered directly to the wall of the van. So this maximizes your head to toe room. Wall to wall, it's 78 inches. This is a normal full-size mattress, 8-inch thickness, medium firmness. I'm 6'2", and I can lay out straight, curl my toes just a little bit. The overhead cabinets in the back above the bed, all these are on little hydraulic pistons, so they stay up without having to hold them, and magnets to make sure that they stay closed. Same thing on this side. Rear of this is actually finished and trimmed, unlike a lot of vans you see online. So let's check out these overhead cabinets. The two above the oven open symmetrically, stay secure with these magnets. On this side, they're pop open. So here I have the electrical system, full Victron, everything. Got a 3000 watt inverter, 500 watts of solar, 60 amps from the alternator, 400 amp hours of lithium ion batteries, easy access breakers and fuses. Your master switch, if you ever need to turn the whole thing off, just reach in there, give it a spin. The dual purpose of the clear plastic is, one, because I think it looks cool, but two, if you ever need to do any work on it, just follow the runs and know, like, oh, need to shut off the solar. Let me just hit that breaker, because there's the solar, comes in right through there. Here's each connection for the DC to DC, and follow where it goes, what it goes to, where it connects. See all these little holes? They're just breathing holes so that the units can dissipate heat easier. These DC to DC chargers get really hot, so there's a bunch of holes over there. Let's get a close-up of all these wire connections. Every end has a ferrule crimped on it and a heat shrink wrap. All other connections have heat shrink covering up any exposed metal. Breakers and fuses between every run, or at least everywhere that it needs it. So looking up at the bed frame, these are rough cut 2x4 cedar timbers, really rigid. Every point where the wood contacts, there's a rubber gasket so that it doesn't squeak. Any other like hard connection points, like for example that one and this one right here, have glue again so that they don't squeak. Put a lot of effort into making sure that this van doesn't squeak. So if I can sum it up, what the point of this van is to take the features that you might see in one of the really high-end vans like the Revel, Webasto, or the Soleil, and just add more soul. Every time I've been in one of those vans, it just feels chintzy, and there's a lot of cheap plastic. There's just no interior design. Like, I don't know, if you've been in it, I think you know what I'm talking about. It just like doesn't feel like a home. It's got nice parts, but it doesn't feel like a warm space. So that's what this is for. It has all the same components, you know, like a Dometic RTX 2000, the Webasto Evo 40, a full Victron electric system, nature's head composting toilet, high-end 3-burner stove with an oven, nice farmhouse sink with a full pressure faucet, 4-gallon water heater, outdoor shower, 65-liter fridge. It's got all the things, but more importantly, it feels like a home. Real cabinetry with, like, you know, actual hardwood, trimmed, painted, consistent accents throughout, like color scheme, all the natural wood to complement the brass, to complement the ceiling, the white and black interior to complement the white and black of the van, real porcelain tile. You know, nothing about this van was built quickly, almost to a fault. Each part was meticulously slaved over and tried to make it as just nice as possible. I'm confident whoever ends up with this van is going to love it. I put my heart and soul into building it. I know someone's going to appreciate that and be able to really enjoy this thing. Feel like a second home. That's the hope. Whatever form of media you're watching this on, there'll be contact info. Please just only reach out if you're serious. I have to sift through a lot of replies. And I mean, my last van that I sold, I think I talked to 300 people in like 2 weeks. And it's just a little overwhelming if people are just saying, hey, is this available? Follow up with like, they aren't actually interested. So thanks. I'll talk to you soon.